What's going on, YouTube gang? It's MLB DFS coming to you live and direct, here to get my favorite plays for today. We got a 10-game main slate. Everybody's having a great Sunday. Feel free to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon to always stay notified for new videos. Let's jump right into these plays. Going my first play at pitcher, Corbin Burns, paying up. Great price on DraftKings at 9,700. On FanDuel, we got him at 11,500. So love this play more so on DraftKings, but overall, he's in a great play for the season, averaging a 2.27 ERA. He has a 12.24 strikes per 9 innings, averaging a 23.8 fantasy points per game in the past 20 starts, averaging 32.9 strike rate. He's averaging 24.7 fantasy points in the past 3 games versus the Cardinals this season. So check him out, 21, 24, 30 for the season. So love this play for Corbin Burns here at this price on DraftKings. All right, now you want to go for a savings play. I like Corey Kluber going against Baltimore. 8,600 on both platforms is another great play in my opinion. Now he's averaging a 3.61 ERA for the season with a 9.58 strike per 9 innings, averaging 13.5 fantasy points in the past 20 starts, averaging 23.4 strike rate. Now going against Baltimore, their line is averaging almost a 25% strike rate against right-hand pitchers, but so far in this season, he has averaged 18.5 fantasy points in the past 2 games this season. And as you can see, he has been crushing them in his career. So love this play for Kluber at this price tag on both platforms. Let's go to our first baseman position. Frank Swindell going against Pittsburgh. 3,300 is too cheap for a guy who's been crushing them in this series. 36 on FanDuel. Love this play for Frank here, as check him out in the last 2 games. 22 fantasy points in this series. He had 5 home runs in the past 6 games, averaging 333 batting average versus right-hand pitchers. 6 out of 7 home runs, 15 out of 18 RBIs against righties, with a 349 ISO, a 426 WOBA against righties in the past 20 games. And going against Crow, he's averaging a 5.79 ERA against right-hand bats. So I love Frank Swindell in this great play at first baseman. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our second baseman. Now going to go up to Jorge Polanco. Going against Patino, he's garbage against switch bats at a 1.147 OPS. And Jorge Polanco has been crushing it in this series. Check him out. The last 2 games so far, averaging 23.5 fantasy points in this series with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. 351 batting average against right-hand pitchers. 4 for 6 home runs, 17 out of 21 RBIs against righties in the past 20 games. 333 ISO, a 436 WOBA, averaging 6 barrel balls in the past 2 weeks. So love Polanco here for today. All right, let's go to our next play. Going to our third baseman. Here for savings is Ramirez. Now he's 3,900 on DraftKings, getting for a cheap play on FanDuel for 2,400. 5 for 8 against Leicester with 625 batting average. Love this play as he has been crushing in this series as well. 17 fantasy points in the last 2 games. It's a good spot here, especially on FanDuel, to get some savings. So Ramirez, great play to consider in your lines at third baseman. Another play you can also look into would be Jose Ramirez. You want to pay up. He's also in a great play going against Vida. He's garbage against switch bats, 1.063 OPS. So Jose Ramirez could be a great play as the wind is blowing out left at 8 miles per hour in his favor. He's averaging 18 fantasy points in this series against Boston in the last 2 games. But as you can see, he's been crushing Boston, so it's a good spot you're going to look at. He's averaging a 288 batting average against right-hand bats, 5 for 7 stolen bases in the past 20 games, 3 for 7 home runs, 10 for 18 RBIs against righties with a 308 ISO, a 423 WOBA. And going against this Boston's bullpen, they're 26 against switch bats. So I like Jose Ramirez as well at the third baseman position. All right, let's go to our next and last play. Going to our outfielders. Mark Canha going against Toronto, 4,600 on DraftKings, 34 on FanDuel. This guy's been in his bag lately and crushed in Toronto. 25, 20, 14 in the last 3 games, averaging 21.7 fantasy points. Love this play as he has 3 home runs with 7 RBIs, 22.5 fantasy points in this series. So Mark Canha, great play to consider in your lines for today. For some savings is Anthony Alport. This guy has been crushing it. 2,000 on DraftKings, 21 on FanDuel, and the great plays against Davies at a 785 OPS against righties. And he's been crushing righties, y'all. Good play to consider pace setter. Check him out in the last 2 games, averaging 26 fantasy points in this series. Wind is also blowing out right at 10 miles per hour in his favor. And then going against Davies, he's averaging a 4.92 ERA against right-hand bats. Anthony Alport is my value play of the day to definitely help in your lines. So these are my favorite plays. Like the plays, give a thumbs up. Any questions, comment below. Using draft dashboard tools in the link in my description. You want to sign up? It's only $1 up to 30 days. Once you sign up, get access to the MLB cheat sheet, your sleepers and your studs. Click on the watch players. You get access to my player pool up top for watch Mel's DFS picks, be either DraftKings or FanDuel. So I love y'all. Y'all collect that bag. It's Mel DFS, and y'all stay blessed. And I'll see y'all in the next video.